Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the third in a row super new moon. We had the first one back on December 23rd in the sign of Capricorn, right going into Christmas Eve and Christmas. Then we had the second one auguring in the Chinese New Year of the water pig in the sign of Aquarius here on January 20th. 21st. The water pig is very Piscean energy, so it's already getting us ready for this third super new moon in the sign of Pisces that is occurring right now as I'm doing this video, here in the very late evening, almost at midnight, on February 19th, going into the early morning of February 20th. So it just depends on what time zone you're in when you're going to experience this third super new moon in Pisces. Now, what is so significant about having three super new moons in a row is when we get to the third one, we're in the energy of the three vibration, which is the energy of the Trinity. Something very sacred and powerful and spiritual is usually coming through on this third super new moon. And of course, it's in the sign of Pisces, which completes the zodiac and astrology. Pisces is the sign of revelation. Our spiritual journey is now truly beginning. When we reach Pisces, we are combining and meeting up with all of the 12 signs here. We are reaching the completion of some journey that we've been on when we get here. And a lot of times it has something to do with our human journey, meaning our journey in terms of our external world. And when we reach Pisces, it's now time to go inward, to really dive into our spiritual path now. The external world matters, but it's falling behind. It's like in our rear view mirror. So there's a spiritual message here, a spiritual journey that we are embarking on, because it's also that number 3 vibration of the third, how everything comes in threes. We're getting that Piscean energy, which is the mermaid, it's the unicorn, it's the magic, it's the miracles, it's the manifestation energy. And Pisces is actually the Holy Grail. It's offering us the completion of a journey and the beginning of something very beautiful and new. So as we go into these messages, I want you to just keep in mind that they are eternal, they are cosmic. And for any further information on who I am, what I offer, my lectures, my attunements, book a reading with me, all of that information is on my website, which is below, eveellie.com. You can follow me on Instagram, eve.ellie. And for any other information, the oracle decks I use, all the information of my beautiful webmaster and the shaman that I do a lot of work with, Soul Dancer, his information will always be below as well. Thank you so much for being here with me today, tonight, as we go towards midnight, to augur in this beautiful energy of magic. Now, with this new moon, there's a numerological element too. It's at 1 degrees of Pisces and 22 minutes. So we have the vibration of the number 1. We had that also in the last one. So all of these 3 super moons are bringing in this vibration of number 1. Going back to December, so we have Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. We're following the 3 signs in a row. The 3 elements here right away are earth, air, and water. And of course, fire is always present. But we have that energy of the number 1, which is telling us there is a new beginning awaiting us here. And we're going to have that number 1 energy in the next new moon as well, which will be in the sign of Aries, which is the first sign. So in essence, we have 4 new moons in a row that are bringing in the energy of the one. And in the Tarot, the energy of the one can be seen in the Fool, because that's Aries and Uranian energy. It's both. You know, the Fool takes a leap of faith, doesn't quite know where it's going. But it's also the energy of the Magician, which is the manifester. What is it that you truly want to bring into your life at this time? You know, the Magician encompasses all of the 4 elements: earth, air, water, and fire. Therefore, we have all the 12 signs combined here, though the Magician in the Tarot is often guided by the energy of Mercury. So within that one vibration that the Magician carries, we are asked to communicate what it is we need and desire. So the communication piece is going to be very important on our journey. But it's also that deep reflection and inner thinking through the energy of Pisces, where in order to communicate what we truly desire and want, we must first do a lot of deep diving within our being to become crystal clear on what our truest desires and dreams actually are. So Pisces is the High Priestess. She embodies the energy of the Magician through the High Priestess in the Tarot. She's also the energy of the Moon and the Hanged Man, the ability to sit upside down and stay in stillness, to reflect upon things, to see things from multiple perspectives. And then the energy of the Moon is our ability to really listen to our intuitive body, but to also work with our shadows. So Pisces as that 12th sign, and the more I'm talking about it, you can get the feeling that she embodies everything. And Pisces is the sacred feminine, so she carries within her the goddess. Just like Cancer is divine mother, Pisces is divine goddess, the sacred feminine dancing through us here, illuminating us. So on this journey with Pisces, we need to flow, we need to be resilient, we need to be flexible, because there's nothing about Pisces that is stagnant or stubborn or attaching. Pisces does not attach. She is the ultimate quintessential element of water and spirit flowing through the ethers. And that's why I see her in the Holy Grail. And the cup is Aquarius, holding the energy of Pisces. Pisces is when we reach that destination, our dreams, our destiny, our Holy Grail. So for this reading today, I want you to be on this journey with me in all of its magic, please. Do not attach to anything on this journey that is going to hinder you. Instead, let go. Surrender to the magic, surrender to the rivers of your life, guiding you forward. And remember that Pisces is quintessential water. So you've got to go through your heart, you've got to go through your emotional body. And she is spirit. Allow your spiritual and emotional and intuitive bodies to be your compass here. So let's go ahead and look at the different piles I have. So for pile number 1, the stone is this beautiful crystal clear Merkaba, which has the Star of David in it. So if you're drawn to this energy, that will be your pile. For pile number 2, I have this beautiful pink Kunzite, which is a stone of unconditional love. It's a heart stone. And for pile number 3, it's a brand new stone. Oh my goodness, I don't know that I'm going to remember the name of it. I will put it down though in the description. It's a beautiful heart. It's a form of agate, I believe, dendrian Dendrian agate, something like that. So it's a beautiful watery energy. I'm already feeling that energy in this crystal. So go ahead and pick whichever stone most resonates for you. In this reading, it's up to you. I'm going to guide you to pick one pile. However, you're the one who gets to decide what you want to do, right? You're the magician and the high priestess here. So if you get one pile and you feel like, you know what, I'd like to listen to 2 or 3, why don't you choose what you want? That's going to be my intention for whoever's coming upon my video. Choose whatever it is you really want to go with. If it's 1, if it's 2, if it's 3, it does not matter. So let's go ahead and start with pile number 1. I'm going to leave that right there, which is this beautiful Star of David Merkaba clear crystal. We are looking at what are the messages of this incredible Piscean super new moon. And keep in mind, this Pisces energy is with us all of 2023. We are being ruled by Pisces this year. And we're going to be continuing this energy through 2024 and a good portion of 2025. So remember, the messages we get here today are things to guide you throughout this entire year and what this Piscean energy is inviting you to do in your life right now. Because remember, Pisces is the dreamer. It's about making your dreams manifest. So for pile number 1, the first message we have is fire. The Solaris Sublime. I'm right away getting the Kundalini energy here and all of the 3 fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sag. We have the energy of the dragon, we have the energy of Kundalini, we have the energy of the phoenix. A lot of fiery dragon phoenix energy. Allow the fire to rise. Solaris means invite the energy of the sun, our sacred sun, into your life at this time. That you are bringing in illumination and balance into your life right now, and you are bringing whatever parts of you have been out of balance or out of harmony within yourself are now wanting to come together. So the Piscean energy for pile number 1 is bringing you in to a place of very deep inner balance. But the energy that you need to access to get there is the energy of fire. And fire is about passion, it's about illumination, it's about courage, creation, motivation, power, determination, forging forward in transformation. It's also, though, about destruction, because fire destroys what is no longer useful in its life. So look at those 2 beautiful dragons, or that phoenix rising, as you are coming into a greater inner understanding of yourself, because the 2 dragons there are facing each other, and one is masculine and one is feminine. This painting portrays the balanced dance of creation. The greater the distance of separation or of duality, the greater the density. As the dragons come together, they dissolve into one with all that is. And so that is your path to bring greater union into your life, to come together in more of a unity consciousness within your being, as opposed to a consciousness of separation. In this place of coalescence, the fusion brings both sides together in oneness, not just as a re-merging with the universe, but in an alchemical process of becoming the empowered creator force that you truly are. So pile number 1, you are being invited into the dance of fire, the dance of creation. So Pisces is asking you, what is it you want to create in your life at this time? And our second message here is Mount Shasta, that you have got an enormous ancestral line of star seeds to help you. You've got cosmic lineage, not only earthly bloodline lineage to pull from. So Mount Shasta is inviting you to not only pull on your bloodlines on planet Earth, but to also pull on your cosmic ancestry. You know, the ancient Lemurians were the ones that left Lemuria, and one of the places they went to was Mount Shasta. So many of you watching this may be connecting with a Lemurian energy, and I'm also pulling in Pleiadian energy as well. So Lemuria and the Pleiades are what I'm getting here for pile number 1. So go ahead and tap in to your cosmic ancestry here, because there is so much that is waiting for you there. Yes, and your ancestors are wanting to help you. In that visual there, you have codes. So what I want to say for you, pile 1, is you are the phoenix rising here. You are rebirthing yourself. You are transforming. I'm feeling like the energy of pile 1 is the word transformation, okay, or transmutation. And your cosmic ancestors, but also your bloodline ancestors, are here to help guide you. So call in this guidance and look at Mount Shasta. Call in the energy of Mount Shasta. There is a grid of light around the earth and around Mount Shasta that contains within it all of the sacred symbols for all of your 10 to 12 chakras that you are wanting to ignite here. Because with that fire energy, the Kundalini is rising through all of your 7 chakras in your body and your external chakras, which extend out to the 12th, that go beyond your body. And so just know that in the light field that's around the earth, the light body of the earth itself contains within it the codes that you need to access. So you may want to use meditation tools, you may want to go on a shamanistic journey, but seek out these codes to help you go through the fire here. And so the third energy is the will of the wisp, treasures hidden in the shadows. So the will of the wisp is telling you that in order to go on this journey of the shaman, the Kundalini, and the phoenix, you must let go of the known and go into the unknown. You must be willing to go beyond your comfort zone, okay? So the will of the wisp is a calling, something calling you that you may not understand. It's like seeing a hummingbird that comes near you and then leaves, and with the hummingbird you feel like that was a message, some form of joy, because the hummingbird represents joy and love, is trying to reach you. But the hummingbird doesn't stay long, does it? It leaves very, very quickly. So let's look at that number 62, the will of the wisp. It has come to you to offer you magic, but you're going to have to sacrifice certainty in the pursuit of adventure, your comfort zone for the dangers of discovery, your well-trodden path for the detours that may or could lead you astray. Or will they? Because every time we go on a detour, are we really being led astray? Not at all. Those hidden, less trodden pathways are often leading us to a magical place that we would not have found if we had not been willing to go down a less traveled road. The profound shift of an epiphany can occur only when you risk these detours and you are willing to enter the unknown. Now is the time to trust in the higher forces that are leading you into this place, these hidden worlds that are beckoning you to go between what was and what can be. Okay, here it is where you will learn about who you really are. You will be able to truly unmask yourself. So love what you discover here, both the dark and the light. See it all as divine, and you will find a quiet drumming power waiting for you to channel it into the world for good. The treasure you find will be filled with wealth of love and kindness, the most truest prosperity that you will ever achieve. So for pile number one, there's a great prosperity, but it's a prosperity of your heart, of kindness, of love, of compassion, of sharing with others. That is what I'm getting here. This is a beautiful message. She is here for you now. A great bounty of goodness awaits you. So let's look at the extra guidances that are going to bring you there. So what is it that you must do? What is the tool or the extra path that the will of the wisp and the fire is beckoning you onto? It is the path of courage. This is a time for new beginnings in your life. A challenging cycle is coming to an end, or it soon will, okay? So when you reach these messages, please know that this could be something that has already occurred or currently occurring, or it is something around the corner in your life. Be courageous and victory will be yours. So this answer is, with great courage comes great reward. But this path is going to require courage. You cannot go on it without it. You know, and the other message I'm getting for you for pile one is you may have been through a lot of battles already. You may have been in lifetimes where you were a warrior, where you wielded the sword in dark and in light, where you were on the quest for the Holy Grail, and where you wore armor for protection. But guess what? You don't need that anymore. It's okay. You have built up the courage in those lifetimes. It is time to bring those lifetimes online again. And what is the courage leading you to? Into relationships. That's where you're going. You have to have courage of the heart. We've got two hearts there, don't we? This is coming together with those of like mind, with your soul family. Gather those you love. Celebrate family, friendships, warm hearts, and your sense of purpose as relationships grow closer and enrich you. So for pile one, it's time for you to dive deeper into love, into your relationships, to be with those that make your heart sing, but to open your heart to share it with them, to be courageous in love, and to grow closer and allow your heart to enrich your relationships. So for pile one, this is the courage of love. You're on the pathway of love. Pisces is guiding you into deeper, more profound love in your life and into building those relationships in your life. So to finish up, I wanted to ask from the hidden worlds, because Pisces is a hidden energy. When we get to Pisces, it's like the veil is dropping so we can see what lies behind. You know, we get to that Holy Grail here. So what is the hidden blessing for pile number one? It is the angel gate, that there is a cleansing, there is a protection here for you. You do not need to fight any more battles. And if you are going to fight battles, they only need to be battles of love, battles that you are fighting through your heart. You do not need to pick up a sword. The angel gate is awaiting you. There's a deep, profound cleansing. You may put down your sword here. You may put down all of your worries and your fear. The angel gate is here to cleanse you, to bathe you in love. It is here to rebirth you. and it is here to bring you great blessings. It also means you have a beautiful guardian angel watching you. Call on that guardian angel to guide you now. Oh, that is such a beautiful message. So let me leave you with that message. You have infinite protection and love now. The feelings that you no longer wish to experience can be safely expressed in the angel gate. As these waters are not afraid of your fear, they're not afraid of your anger or your resentments. Release them here into these waters, for these waters are safe, and they will change your fears, your resentment, and your anger. They will change them, and you will be able to finally release them. That is a beautiful, beautiful message. So I'm going to leave you, pile 1, with an affirmation to take with you. I trust my inner guidance. My soul knows the way forward. And you do indeed. Thank you so much. And if you liked the messages here, subscribe to my channel, leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up. And I wanted to say I will be following this video. There will be a part 2 to this coming in the next 24 to 48 hours that is specific to what is love bringing to us right now. So that's going to be talking about the relationships in our life and our journey of love. Thank you so much for joining me here today. For those of you that chose pile number 2, this beautiful Kunzite heart, here are the messages for pile number 2 and the beautiful Kunzite heart. So we are looking at messages from beyond Lemuria. And the first one we have is the furred and feathered friends. I love that. That is so beautiful. Right away I'm getting, you've got so many guides in the animal kingdom, pile 2. We've got eagles here, we've got lions, we've got foxes, we've got antlers and deers, we've got possums and snakes and turkeys and hummingbirds and rabbits. We've got coyotes and butterflies, dragonflies. We have everything here. There's beautiful wisdom and fish as well. So nature is telling you to work with it right now, pile 2. So this Piscean energy is asking you to ground yourself more into the natural world, to reach out to the animal guides, that you've got beautiful animal guides here, that they want to speak to you. And this could also be that you've got furry friends around you that are speaking a little bit more. Perhaps you've been thinking about getting an animal, or you want to bring in more animals, or you want to help animals. This card is a symbol of environmentalism, wanting to be here for planet Earth, to help the Earth, to have a very light footprint on the Earth. So for pile 2, you're being asked to connect more with nature, with the animal kingdom, to work with them, to listen to them as your guides, to welcome them in, but also to really look at how you are showing up on the planet for the Earth herself. And then the last message I'm getting here is it's about taking care of your physical body, because our physical body is our soul's way of manifesting into matter. And your physical body is divine intelligence. How well are you taking care of it? What are you feeding it? Are you feeding it foods that your physical body wants? Because you're on a deeper journey of spirituality now. And you know, as we ascend and evolve, our body wants different foods. And it wants foods that are untouched by pain and suffering. So the more enlightened we become, the more we actually eat less and probably drink more water. We want more smoothies, we want more green foods, we want more fruit. We gravitate towards things that just naturally nature wants to share with us. We tend to eat less, perhaps animal protein, unless those animals were treated really, really well. But it's a guidance for you right now to look at, what are you putting into your body? That you want to treat your body as the divine intelligence it is, and you want to look at the animal kingdom as your neighbors. They're spirits too, living on this earth. So think about what it is you consume based on humanitarianism, but also what it is your body really wants right now. Okay, so a lot of beautiful messages here for pile 2 around your physical body. So for this pile, I'm getting all the signs, but I'm getting a very strong earth energy, which would be Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo, and that you really want to look at your diet in terms of your physical diet, but also your mental diet. What thoughts are you feeding yourself? And maybe it's a time to bring in more exercise, to go out and hike more. So let's look at our second message here. I love it. Shine your light. This is about authenticity. And there's the Pisces mermaid, right? So we've got water energy here. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. But specifically Pisces. I love that. It's time to shine your light, to not be shy, okay? To not be behind the curtains anymore. Be who you authentically are meant to be. The world is waiting for you to shine that light. I love that message. And of course, I love the number 44 as well. So let's look at the message a little bit deeper here, because I've never pulled this card before. So I'm very familiar with the other one. Where can you shine your light right now? It may be time to return to something that you enjoyed but stopped doing. You are a sovereign being. It's time for you to regain compassionate empowerment and remember what lights up your world. Yep, I remember this message now. She's saying that in order to really shine your light, you must first know where your passion lies. You must first know what makes you jump with joy, what makes you smile and laugh like a child, what makes you truly, truly happy. And when you do that consistently, feed that inner joy, feed that inner child, feed that inner happiness every single day consistently, you will naturally light up your chakras, your frequency will rise in vibration, and you will shine into the world like you have never shone before. Because when you feed yourself joy, your meridian lines shine. Your chakras realign themselves. Joy is one of the most important foods that we need to feed ourselves. And for pile number 2, this has a lot to do with what we're feeding ourselves, right? Whether it's physical food, whether it's mental thoughts, and we're feeding ourselves joy, happiness. So what this beautiful mermaid is saying is, get back to what you love. We all get lost in the day-to-day grind. We get lost in what we feel we are obligated to do. We get lost in meeting our financial needs, meeting our family needs, looking at where we need to be responsible. But I'm here to pull the veil back and say, stop. Your responsibilities are important, but so is your joy. And if you do not have balance in your life, you're not going to raise your frequency enough to truly shine your light into the world. And that's your mission now. It's to shine your light, because when you stand in your authenticity and you shine that light of your joy, happiness, and childhood wonder. You know how when you're a child, you have this sense of wonder in the world? That's what you're being asked to reconnect with within your being, and to go out into nature, be one with the world, be one with the earth, connect with the animals. They are your spirit totems right now, and they're going to help you connecting with your inner joy. There is so much here, Pile 2, that you have yet to bring to this world, is what I'm getting. But you've got to connect with the deepest, most beautiful, joy-filled part of who you are in order to get there. Okay? So that's the message she brings there. Now let's look at the further guidance here, because I know we're going deeper here. Oh, yes, we are. It's time to surrender. The Sky Dancers. Let go of the past. Let go of the old. Let go of the density. It's time to fly. The Sky Dancer, we've got the butterfly and the dragonfly, don't we? It's time to fly into the sun, to illumine, and the sun is the sign of authenticity. Again, for Pile 2, we're getting this message of it's time to be visible, to be present, to shine your light out into the world. Okay? Love that message. The Sky Dancer is inviting you to welcome in the deepest power of the feminine into your life right now. You have already overanalyzed too many other things to exhaustion. Now is the time to be in the sacred feminine, which means to be, to let go of overanalyzing, to let go of being a problem solver, always fixing everything around you all the time. She is saying, be, meditate, go out in nature, hike, go on a shaman vision quest. If you have become too plotting and planning and praying for change, don't do that anymore, because the organizing, planning, and preparing for change, it's getting old. Yes, is it important when we want to bring change into our life to organize, to plan, to get clear on it? Absolutely. But once we've organized it, we've become clear on what we want to bring in, then you have to let it go. You have to surrender it. Because no manifestation is going to come into being if you hold on to it too tightly. So for Pile 2, I'm getting a lot of earth energy here. So whatever sign your language you are, you've got earth energy in your chart somewhere. And it could just be your rising sign. For example, I'm Virgo rising. Am I a planner? Heck yes, I am. But I'm also a Pisces, so I often know when to surrender. I've done all the work I can. I've done the best I can. I always tell myself, Eve, it's time to now let go and let God. Let go and let Goddess. And so for Pile 2, that's what I feel like your message is here. Now, the Sky Dancers are telling you, stop trying to figure it all out or overthinking. It's now time to simply surrender. Get out of your own way, okay? So the other message here is that they're heralding in the arrival of something new. This could be a new relationship with yourself, a new relationship in your work life, or a new relationship in your love life, okay? But do not assume that this new relationship in your life, whether it's work or love or friendship, is there to rescue you, okay? The only way to liberation is to kiss the ground and take flight, to rise above the fray and the drama of the struggling, arguing mind, to instead dance in the sky and view the madness below, to become the observer. So the last message we're getting here from the Sky Dancers is detachment. And that's true, because if you want to manifest anything in life, in order to surrender, you have to have detachment. If you can't let go or have detachment, you can't surrender, right? So they're saying, move above it all. The only way to truly surrender is to detach. Don't get involved with drama. Don't let your mind argue with you or tell you you cannot do this. The sky dancers are telling you you can. Your dreams are awaiting you. The new is awaiting you. But to do this, you must take flight, leave the ground behind, and you must shine your light for the world to see. Wow, I love these messages, pile 2. So what is the extra guidance for you to get here? Well, I'm not surprised we got the meditate card. Breathe in positive energy through meditation and open your heart. See how that person is sitting in absolute stillness? In nature, in stillness. It's about breathing. Get in touch with your breath. Do breath work. It's time to allow your deep breathing to bring in the positive energy you want and to open your heart. Whispers received in a clear mind. So it's asking your mind to be clear and quiet so that you can hear the whispers of the soul. Will enable you to see the situation clearly. So for pile 2, I'm getting a lot of earth energy, water, but also air energy. Okay, which is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Quiet your mind. Allow yoga, meditation, being in nature to clear the debris in your mind into quiet so the whispers of your soul can come through and the answers you seek will be right there for you to see. And the last guidance is it's time for you to evolve. We've got the butterflies, which are all about new beginnings. The green light is on and the time is now. Yep, there's no better time than today. Release anything that has held you back. This is your life. Be ready to evolve. So see, the butterflies are flying, right? There's nothing touching ground except your physical body and your connection with the animals, right? But your spirit is flying. It's time to soar is what I'm getting here. And the guides and the sky dancers are telling you the green light is on. There's no more pausing. There's no more red lights. The time is now. So I want to complete your messages through Pisces with the hidden world. So what is your last message? What do the hidden worlds want to give you as a blessing today? They want to give you the blessing of spring, the spirit of spring. It's about freedom, action, and power. So you know what, for Palto, I'm also getting for you that many of you listening to this might be releasing yourself from something, either a really toxic work environment, perhaps there could be something going on in the family where there's a lot of fighting going on. You're releasing yourself from a situationship or an environment or even a relationship that has been holding you captive. You've not been able to be who you really are or to shine your light, and you've not been happy there. Okay? So the time for freedom is now, and the time for action is now. There's no better time than spring, and that's right around the corner. And I love it how this bird is bringing her a nest with eggs. You've already planted the seeds of your rebirth. You've already done the work, pile number 2. It's time to step back, breathe, and allow the new to come in. But in doing so, release anything in your life that is not serving this beautiful spring that is coming in for you, okay? Love that message. And that means there could be a relationship that you're letting go of too. Because freedom is what you want here. The spirit of spring, when she comes, it doesn't matter what part of the external cycle you are in, inside of you, it is your spring. So she's telling you it doesn't matter if we're in winter, doesn't matter if we're in autumn or summer. Right now, the message is you are in your springtime. So think of the message of spring, springing forward. Spring is when everything new is wanting to be rebirthed here. This is your renaissance. This is your time of jasmine and sweetness. This is the time to consider what it is that you want to grow. But you must hurry to catch this energy, because it's bursting up through your blood cells and into your mind, where new ideas are being born that are going to shape the world yet to come for you, okay? So you are opening up a new chapter in your life. This spirit of spring is urging you to recreate the world anew, to initiate these new ideas and to fulfill the promise of conception. So I'm also getting for pile 2 that this is the pile of fertility, okay? Conception, fertility, you're evolving to the next level of your cycle as a soul on this earth. So we've got a lot of words here today: fertility, conception, renaissance, and evolution, spiritual evolution here. But you have work to do, okay? Maybe there's a vocation to fulfill. There's something waiting for you here. But please know that you are free. You are free to make your life your garden. You are free to become what your nature has destined you to be. You are free to make wild the life forces within you that want to be born. The power of pure, fresh, sweet life is within you. Let it pour through you, arise up out of you, take root in your soul, and blossom through words and actions, choices, and commitments. Do not hesitate. The time is now. Wow. So for pile 2, the message is freedom. That is the ultimate message here. You need to be free to be your authentic self. And only you know what that is. Only you know what that journey looks like. So I want to end with your affirmation message. I release fear of the unknown. You do. You have to surrender, don't you? I can move forward with energy and enthusiasm. See, I'm trying to get that into focus. I release fear of the unknown. I can move forward with energy and enthusiasm. Love these messages. Alrighty, pile number 2, thank you so much for coming. If you like my messages, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Give me a thumbs up. Send me comments. And also, this is part 1. I'm going to be doing a second video here that is very specific to love and relationships. So if you want to know about what's going on in your love life, what love is wanting to bring to you, stay tuned for the next 24 to 48 hours, and I will be posting that video. Thank you so, so much. So here we are, and we are ready for pile number 3. This beautiful agate heart. I think it's called a dendrian heart. So pile number 3, let's see, what are your messages? What is this Piscean energy of magic bringing to you? Oh, I love it. We've got the heart chakra. Unfurling back to love. So for pile 3, right away I'm getting, and we've got we've got a symbol there of the dragonfly. Wow, I'm seeing that already in there, the dragonfly at the bottom. A lot of symbolism in here. Take the time to really look at this card, because you may capture some things that resonate with you here. It's time to really move to the next level of opening up your heart. You're working with the heart chakra, pile number 3. So work with the emerald green and the green energy. But I'm also getting the light blue as well. So let's look at these messages here from the heart chakra. It's time for expansion of the heart is what I'm getting right off the bat here. Love for oneself and others. This is about relationship. It's about compassion, empathy, connectivity, acceptance, and generosity. This is about speaking the language of love. So right now, it's really important for you to count your blessings every day. Look at all the things that you are grateful for, okay? Also look at anything that you need to work on forgiveness with. Because when we work with greater unfurling of our heart chakra, we need to let go of any energy of unforgiveness or resentment that we may still be carrying. Remember, we all just want to be loved and accepted, but insecurities and triggers can cause behaviors that move us away from this place. We all do that. We all have triggers. So this is a reminder that when you're feeling trigger, to know that you're feeling triggered because all you want is love and acceptance. But to also know that when you're in a situationship or you're in a relationship with someone and they're feeling triggered, that's all they really want too. And so to pull back from judging a situation or a person, and instead ask yourself, how can love with healthy boundaries show up here where we are both accepting one another here, even if how we view a situation is different. Know that others may be in their suffering, and honor yourself when you're in your suffering. Expand your awareness and your heart-centered radiance for all beings on this earth. Have compassion. So for those that chose pile number 3, you're being asked to build your compassion, to understand that all beings on this earth go through suffering. Everyone, every single being goes through some suffering at some point. And maybe that's what we all share in common, right? Is we all go through pain. We all go through birth. We all go through death. And we all go through love. So you're being asked to build the love. But to do so, you must recognize that we all suffer, okay? And then when you recognize that, it allows the compassion within you to grow. Now, you want to be careful with suffering, though. That's a word I'm cautious of. I know that we all experience pain, but we don't want to be in the place of suffering, okay? It's very important to acknowledge when you're in pain, to acknowledge that you feel that you're suffering for this moment, but don't stay in it. Don't let it become a way of being, okay? And wow, no, I'm going to leave it there. Yep, so let's look at the next card here. It's water. So for pile number 3, which I'm not surprised, I find that often with pile 3s, I get the water energy, okay? It's the water element right off the bat, and the heart chakra too. We've got a lot of that water energy there with the green. So we've got the water with the green. We've got all the blues and the lavenders. We have Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. And with the heart chakra, we've got a lot of Libra and Taurus energy here as well. The message here is the overflow. Look at how energy is beaming from her heart and from all of the 8 arms that she has. When you are truly living through your heart space, when your compassion is so high and your heart is so open and you've let go of suffering, you can still feel pain, but you've let go of suffering, you've let go of unforgiveness and resentment and anger, your heart is unlimited. You are now in the overflow. And when you are in the overflow, you can give more than you could possibly imagine, okay? And I love this because she's holding a crown of water and she's surrounded by roses. So I'm getting a lot of energy of love here. So for pile 3, This is the love pile, okay? And this is the pile of amazing self-love. But for those of you that chose this pile, the universe is trying to tell you right now, the cosmos is telling you that you've got so much love, that you are on a mission of love on this earth. You're on a mission of love. So where's my water message here? The overflow. It's about abundance, non-attachment, and the paradigm of no scarcity. This is so beautiful. When we give more from a place of overflow than obligation, even when we think we have nothing, having it come from this mindset of overflow can only create a more abundant flow of what we want. So it is saying when you give from a place of overflow within your being, and that place comes from really radical self-love. When you're in radical self-love, when you know how to fill your cup every day, you can enter overflow. When you give from that place, it does not matter if you have nothing to give. And when I say nothing, it means you don't have money to give, you don't have a gift to give, but what you're giving is beyond all of that because you're giving love. So the message here is there is no scarcity then, because scarcity cannot exist in the place of overflow. The being in this picture has many hands, and yet still the water is allowed to fall through her fingers. It blesses her in the moments it touches her radiant skin, and then it continues on its journey. So for pile 3, you are in the place of absolute fluidity. You are in the place of absolute flow. You are in the place of surrender, where everything is flowing exactly where it's meant to go. And in that place, there's overflow. Water goes everywhere it needs to go. Her heart is also overflowing with love. Her eyes are filled with tears. She allows what comes through to move her without controlling it. So absolutely, she is in the place of non-attachment and surrender. She gracefully allows whatever she is feeling to be expressed, and as she does so, she radiates so much love into the world. Oh, this is so incredibly beautiful. And her message is humility, right? Yep, it's humility. It's allowing for flow, receptivity, the path of least resistance, because it's this path that will clear away everything that no longer serves. And when all of your emotions are flowing freely, even the emotions you don't like so much, they're being cleansed. So there is no place for scarcity mindset here. In fact, the only thing that is left now is abundance in all forms. I love this message. So let's look at whatever further guidance we have here. We've got the sky bridge. So when you are in this place of overflow and living from your heart, the sky bridge is opening. It's guiding you into the possibility of union. And the possibility is union with self. Always union with self before you can truly come into union with another. It's a possibility with union with the highest version of who you are. But it's also speaking to a union with a beloved. And a union with soulmate, soul family, divine counterpart, 47, number 11. And that bridge of stones is moving into the sun. So you are headed, pile 3, in the right direction. What is that number? 47. Let me look that up. I feel like it has one more message for us here. The sky bridge. You're meant to bridge something right now, is the other message I'm feeling. Sky bridge appears when the moment is absolutely right in your life for a quantum leap. Life believes you are ready. Life knows you are ready, even if you don't feel you are. So for pile number 3, you may have some doubts. You may even feel like you're not quite ready. It's scary. Yet the world is telling you that you are ready. Your soul is telling you you are ready for a quantum leap. Okay? This is a moment in your life of undreamt of possibilities. Do not step back from crossing this. It's a possibility for union, to move towards what needs to be connected into your life, and to also move away from where you need to be disconnected. So when you cross the sky bridge, you are moving away from where you're not meant to be, and you are moving towards where you are meant to be. So what you're moving into is absolutely union. Remember not to confuse your true state of readiness with your plans and preparation. So pile number 3, there's a few messages here that are resonance that showed up in pile number 2. So there could be some of you that choose pile number 2 first, and then you jump to pile number 3, because pile number 2 goes right into pile number 3. But you've got to go through pile number 2 to get to 3. Very interesting. So the universe here, pile number 3, wants you to respond with a big yes, and let the universe take care of the details. Simply flow. You need only hold on to your positive affirmations, and the way will become obvious as you take flight and you clear the abyss. Oh, I hope this is my pile. I am claiming this pile. And the last message for pile 3, we've got a couple more messages. I'm jumping ahead. Affirm. Well, what did I just say? Affirm. Say this mantra aloud. I am successful in all that I do. By affirming and visualizing, you plant the seeds for positive outcomes. So for pile number 3, your tool is affirmation and visualization. Absolutely, every day have an affirmation, a mantra that you could create, or perhaps you have a deck that you pull from, but also visualize what you want. Because guess what? This is the manifestation pile. You are the manifester. The light is shining. Trust your instincts to manifest your desires. So you're being told the sun is shining for you right now. Everything is awaiting you. You are ready. But it's also asking you to trust in this readiness. Trust that even if you're afraid, even if there's some doubts, we don't ever dive fully into something without some doubt. Us water signs, because I'm getting a lot of water energy in this pile, and a lot of Libra too. You're going to have some doubts. Look at that as your shadow. Take it with you, but still take the quantum leap. The best version of you is emerging, okay? Trust in your desires to manifest. Beautiful, beautiful messages. And let's leave you with the last guidance from the hidden worlds. They are giving you a gift on your journey here. And that gift is your readiness. Yep, the lotus is the readiness card in this deck. Open like the lotus. Flowering spirit, revelation, and maturity. You are ready. You have reached the level of maturity to become the lotus. It is time for you to flower in your completeness. Wow. I love that message. So let's look at any further last minute guidance we have here from the lotus. This lotus is being its most potentialized self. So what did we say? You're moving into the highest version of yourself. And that's what the lotus is here to confirm. It's time to really feel and grow, to open yourself even more. As human beings, we often stop at certain points upon our opening process. And because we get into too comfortable of a place, we start to go into our comfort zone and attach to that. So when we get the Lotus card, it's telling you, release your comfort zone. It's time to expand and grow again, okay? Your full potential lies in continual expansion. So for pile 3, you're never meant to stay put anywhere for too long. You're never meant to stagnate or stay in a comfort zone for very long. Your mission on this earth is to continually expand and grow and extend your arms and your blossoms outward. It's an expansion of the physical self, but it's also an expansion of your soulful self. To open up your mind even further, to open up your heart, to extend your spirit and unfurl the petals of consciousness until you reach full bloom. Wow, this is so beautiful. I feel for pile number 3, there's some really beautiful magic and blessings wanting to reach you now. There's sparkling moments of divine connection coming at you. Unexpected moments that are so sacred, you're going to be in a place of awe. And it could only last for a couple seconds or moments, but that's going to you're going to be able to take those moments with you. Okay? So the world right now is wanting to bring you to the next level of expansion. They want you to open up, to extend, to explore your full potential, and to remember that where you are now may not be where you are being urged by your soul to go. So open up your lotus blossoms and expand. Come back to your deepest values. Measure your life against those. So it's saying, in your time of expansion now, you're going onto a new road, a new journey, and that is a journey of deeper exploration within your soul. And there's a lot of unknowns on this journey. And what do you have as your guidance? You have affirmations, positive visualizations, opening up your heart chakra, living through your heart and your emotions, and simply flowing with life. That these are the directions on your map on this new journey, because the sky bridge is now your destination. And just know that you are going to get there. Okay? So I want to leave you with an affirmation. I anchor the boundless light in my heart. I am divine. Well, that is a beautiful confirmation that you are boundless light and that you anchor this light into your heart. We started with the heart and we complete with the heart. Thank you so much, pile 3. Wishing you so many blessings. If you like this video, you like the messages I bring, let me know. Subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, leave me comments, and please know that I have a part 2 coming in the next 24 to 48 hours, and these will be simply about messages on your journey of love. So if you're interested on looking at your relationship corner, stay tuned for that video. Sending everyone so much love.